So just recently, Myles Turner today signed a contract extension with the Indiana Pacers, a 2-year, $60 million extension, and I see this as a pretty good move for the Pacers. I mean, they're extending a guy that was pretty much on the rumor mill slash trade mill for a couple years now, and signing the extension kind of guarantees him, like I said, kind of guarantees him that he's going to be staying on the team. So we're going to be talking about Myles Turner and maybe some other moves that the Pacers are going to be making before the trade deadline. So we'll get into it right now. So we'll look at Myles Turner right now. Having a pretty great year. I think he's actually having a career year from the field. So, I mean, he's averaging a career high 18 points per game. Basically, a career high 8 rebounds per game, too, which is great to see, and 1.4 assists. And looking at shooting splits, 54 from the field, 39 from 3. Yeah, like I said, great move. And with Tyrese Halliburton out right now, I mean, he's basically the Indiana Pacers' best player right now. Yeah, I want to say, best player right now. And as of right now, I mean, he's looking like a lock for one of the best centers that can basically hold it down in the interior. I mean, he's averaging around 2.5 blocks, and overall, really a big reason why the Indiana Pacers are still winning some games even with Tyrese Halliburton out. So, yeah, in the last 10 games, I mean, he's averaging around 20 points per game, around 8 rebounds on around 52 from the field and 43 from 3. So, yeah, like I said, Myles Turner, the extension is a huge W, and it just guarantees him that he's not going to be traded anytime soon. I mean, I think the deadline for him to be traded is February 9th, I want to say. So, yeah, it should be pretty good for the Indiana Pacers that they can retain him. And whenever Tyrese comes back, I mean, him and Myles Turner are going to be pretty lit. So, there's another thing I want to talk about here, and it's Chris Duarte and Buddy Hield. So, yeah, Buddy Hield and Duarte, the Pacers were open to trading both these guys. So, Buddy Hield, I can understand, even Chris Duarte, but man, I mean, Buddy Hield, he's such a great system fit. And to be honest with you, I would like to keep him unless a team offers the right package. I mean, Buddy Hield, you can get anything you want from this guy. I mean, he's a great shot creator, great three-point shooter on good volume. I mean, he's a guy that's going to be able to create his own shot. And defensively and rebounding, I mean, he's pretty great in zone right too. The problem is he's on the older side, being 30, making some money, and as of right now, I mean, he's taking up just money for other guys that they can sign in free agency. So, I mean, I would trade Buddy Hield only for the right price, but if you're not getting at least like a first-round pick in exchange for this guy, I mean, I'm keeping him on the team. I mean, him alongside Tyrese is just a great system match, and his catch and shoot ability, but also being able to create his own shot is something that on the Pacers is something that you want to see. So, looking at Chris Duarte, so he is a sophomore this year, being drafted last year, 13th overall. And as of right now, he hasn't been looking too great. I mean, in the last 10 games, 12 points per game, 3 rebounds, 2.5 assists, 40% from the field, 34 from 3. Not the best shooting splits, and overall in the season hasn't been too great. He was out for some time at the beginning. I think it was an injury, either surgery or injury, I can't remember, but I know he was out, and he hasn't been playing as of late when he came back. So, yeah, he could be on the way out, basically. We'll see what happens with him. I mean, Chris Duarte, probably one of the more expendable players on the Pacers right now. But, I mean, both these guys, Buddy Hield and Duarte, I think both of them bring some pretty unprecedented three-point shooting that we need. I mean, obviously, with the Pacers not having Tyrese as of right now to be their ball handler, it's definitely a lot difficult for guys to create their own shots. But, I mean, Chris Duarte, he is 25 years old too, so that also comes with the risk of him, he's being on the older on the older side of things, basically. So, kind of in the same boat as Buddy Hield. So, yeah, you guys can let me know what you guys think about Chris Duarte and Buddy Hield in terms of them being on the trade market. And also, what do you guys think about the Myles Turner extension? Do you guys like it? Do you guys not like it? And if you guys were to trade Chris Duarte and Buddy Hield, what would you guys want in return? So that's the end. My name is Priest Empire. I'm out. Peace.